Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Major Minor. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it on Steam for free. So, was brought to the Ark where, darn, I don't have his name. Basically the guy on the Ark said, hey, I lied to you, I didn't actually give you any powers. Rio. And yeah, he did give stuff to powers to other people. But I forgave him because I feel like since it's anime we should. Oh yeah, we didn't actually take pictures of those names. Heck. Yeah, we'll see him again probably. And then Acheron confronted Max and she's like, well, if you oppose me, I will kill you and not bring you back. And Acheron's like, well, I can't kill you because you're my sister, because, they're related. But they both want to bring their, I guess, mother back. They said her. But he was recording their conversation on his cell phone. And then we saw Velasquez be reunited to his daughter and son, who seemed to be very, I don't know. I can't think of the armor, what would be familiar to, but it seemed kind of Kingdom Hearts-like, And they have the sword from the next game, or something that looks very similar to it. And he basically was like, and this place is a pile of rotting corpses and all that stuff, and whatnot. He seemed very evil. So, yeah. I'm kind of feeling like Terra might just be, the afterlife. Since, dead people come here, so... And you can come, but you can't leave. Anyways, we're up to the Femboy Fox. I was thinking this was a dating game, but I haven't seen any actual dating. I mean, there's Acheron, who he kind of got closer to, but, Caylen grips the bars of his prison cell. Kabu remains fast asleep, fatigue taking over. Really? And what makes you think I'd do that? You're the one who stuffed us down here. It's a lapse in judgment. Surely you can understand, Caylen. These things happen all the time. That's so. You let people starve in your cellular often? Cellular? I think it'd be so. That's a pretty big admission of guilt. No, that's not what I meant. I meant that people often make mistakes. You should learn to word things better. You think you know, being a politician. Or is Riley not here to pull your strings? Caylen, there's no need to mock me. I'm willing to pay for your services. I need protection. This has gone too far. I don't think you understand my business. I offer protection for money, yes, but only to those who deserve it. You locked me up in here, and you continue to let us starve. Kabu is on the verge of death, by Riley's orders. Plair shouts echo through the cellar? Oh, cellar. I can't read. Caylen is mocked at his sudden outburst, shocked. Please understand, Caylen. It's not Riley's orders that's bringing me now. Couldn't you bring food? If you're coming down here to talk, you could bring food and water, It's my defiance, my own free will. I know what needs to be done. I must step down from this election, and the threat of Riley to be quelled. Please. Plair grips the prison bars as well, trembling. Also, do you have keys? I want to guarantee my safety. I want you to end Riley's life. I'm not an assassin, Plair. There's like 2 of them that, freely walk into your house. You may notice them. You can't pay me to kill somebody. But Riley is a threat to my safety. You're paid to ensure that safety. Caylen, I fail to see the difference. You're still a murderer. You still validate it in your own way. I didn't come here to argue semantics. You can keep your money. The payment will be our freedom. I can't protect you from behind this cell, and you can't just leave Kabu to die. Of course. I'll retrieve the key from Riley's chambers. Riley has the key? Do you have any sort of power or anything? Jesus. I expect you'll be free within the day. But I'm holding you to your word. If I start to doubt you, I'll kill you. Caylen is unaffected by the threat. Plair glances over at Kabu and stops to think. Wait. I feel you've come to terms with death. A mercenary can't expect to live forever. If I doubt you, Kabu will die. It will pain me, but it's necessary. I need a guarantee of your compliance. Watch your tongue, Plair. Your life is in my hands. You don't want to take advantage of me. No, but I do think I do. He releases his grip on the bars and turns away. Make yourself ready. Expect armed opposition. But I don't have anything. You confiscated all my weapons. I'm sure you'll think of something. I'd hate for your freedom to be short-lived. He walks away without another word. Caylen turns to Kabu, worried of what may happen. Don't worry, Kabu. I won't let him touch you, no matter what happens here. Okay. Chapter 7. Both of you guys work together, right? You're both hoping that one person's gonna live, Caylen. See what the heck's going on, all that stuff. Rook focuses on his breathing, trying to calm down. He grabs the bomb and places it beside him. The green light signals its continued safety. Why did he choose me? Oh, me. His mind is still assaulted by prior events. He grips the sides of his chair, trembling. I don't understand. Everything Max said was right. The choice should have been obvious. His shout echoes through the conference room. He jerks in fright as he hears the reverberation. For a moment, he thought it was someone else. Now you're scared of nothing. Good job. He laughs softly in relief. After a few moments pass, he attempts to stand up. His knees buckle and he falls back into the chair. Ugh. Damn Rook. Such a mess. He starts to type away on his tablet, but suddenly Max's words strike fear in his heart. No. That'd only prove her right. Putting his tablet away, he attempts to stand once more. This time, he uses strength to overcome his buckling. His knees are weak, but he still feels confident. Got it. Just no running any marathons. I should see who's up and about. He takes his time, with slow, heavy steps. Eventually, he arrives at the conference room doors. He notices they're broken in and heavily damaged. They sure went through a lot to save me. I guess I can't let that go to waste. He takes a deep breath before leaving the room. When he gets outside, he slowly scans the vicinity. There's no one in sight. Perhaps people are still too scared? Well, I can't really blame them. His eyes find their way to Sinja's office. The door is firmly shut. I hope he's okay. I should probably go see what he's up to. We're probably going to have to take dramatic action. He slowly approaches the office doors, but before he can open them, someone calls his name. Rook. Quickly turns around. It's Eclair. He can see the aftermath of tears in her eyes. Hey. Without another word, she runs into his arms. Letting out a scream of fright, he pushes her away. Ah. Huh? He pants heavily, backing up against the wall. Sorry. I didn't mean to. It was just the sudden movement. It shows signs of fright, looking around frantically. Vision of Max's swift movements assaults his mind. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, Rook. I should have thought before acting. It's okay. Please, Eclair. Just let me have a couple of moments. He focuses on his breathing, in attempt to calm down. After a few minutes pass, he re-enters the conversation. I didn't mean to react that way. I think I'm just a little on edge. I mean, a lot has happened. I understand. I apologize as well. I was just scared I'd never see you again. I was scared of that too. Honestly, I didn't expect to be chosen. I really thought I was going to die. I embraced it, but it never came. I expected my life to flash before me, but I guess that's a myth. That myth really isn't true. I mean, well, usually it's supposed to be when you're alive, but whatever. He gives Eclair a soft smile, as much as he can muster, given the circumstances. Though, it isn't really false either. You only see the most important moments, and the people that made them special. He approaches her and holds her paw in his own. Rook, I really wish I knew how to feel right now. It's like I can't really comprehend this. Why was I chosen? Why me, over Caylen? Well, because I got you two together, and apparently the true roots doesn't include talking to her and stuff. Includes, like, talking to the bird lady about quantum physics, apparently, at, like, an arcade. You're special, Rook. Not a lot of people realize that. You should be happy that Dark can. More special than Caylen, though? No one should have to make that call. I don't know how to answer that. Me neither. And that's the issue. Can't just weigh the value of 2 lives. How did he make his decision? I don't think we'll ever know. And we should probably be grateful for that. I guess you're right. Heh. That's the norm with you. You're never short on vice or wisdom. It comes with the territory. No boring maids ever got anywhere. That's true. I know the game all too well. What should I do then? Honestly, I can't think of anything. You need to make it up to Dark. You owe him your life, Rook. And how do you pay for a life? Well, I think you do that with more life. It's your turn to protect everyone here. Take matters into your own hands. Ensure that this choice was the right one. I suppose I can do that. Like that doesn't break the rules? I was just about to talk to Singe anyway. Really? About what? Well, after all that stuff that's happened, I've never been more certain of one thing. We need to leave this convention center. Velasquez brings himself to his feet. He shouts in an attempt to stop Nagi from leaving. Wait, please don't do this. Like, look at him. I don't... Like, that thing in the middle there, big wingy thing, reminds me so much of something. Like some kind of Sea King, armor, whatever. Just so weird looking. You're still conscious? Father, why don't you just give up? You can't justify the salvation of Terra. But Terra houses billions, Nagi. You can't just condemn them to death again, maybe. Father, they're already dead. You need to let go of these people. They're clinging to spirits. You're clinging to spirits. Unless you plan to use their energy. Is that why you've been housing so many? I've heard about your rule, Father. You lie to the world, playing an immortal. I could kill you right now if I wanted to. Then why haven't you? I want to watch this world crumble. I want to see your hope wither away. It's your turn to be used as a pawn. This isn't the time for vengeance, Nagi. Please, just listen to me. I know you have a reason. I know that you have reason within you. Reason? Can't say that I do. But I will hear what you have to say. I'm curious how you've justified this. You know how many worlds are out there? Each living a solitary existence? What if we could all be united? You mean the Exodus Project? I've heard of your failure, Father. Why would this time be any different? Failure? I'm not so sure about that. Nobody knew my true intent. I assure you, the project succeeded. What? Yes, and now it's time for me to reap. I've waited so long for this day, Nagi. The galaxy can finally unite as one entity. So you really want to open connections? Unleash your specters across the galaxy? Father, that would be devastating. I'm more inclined to side with Lord Plair. No one could come into contact with Terra, should. You've created a truly disgusting world. But at the same time, you have power. Is that what you've been doing, Father? Collecting souls from Earth for harvest? That's twisted, even for you. If I can feel the energy flowing within Terra... Wait, I can feel the energy flowing within Terra. Means to an end, Nagi. Our thinking isn't so different, after all. If they're already dead, what do we lose? Their final act would be our salvation. A grand way to go, I'd say. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I would use this power for other means. Nagi laughs, once again echoing through the halls. Thanks for telling me, Father. Didn't think you'd be such an easy target. So it's a race then, to see who can unleash this power first? I have to say, I'm glad it's come to this. Yes, I suppose you're right. But I know exactly who will win. And I've placed all of my hope on it. So, all these people are dead, and they died on Earth and came here. And Velasquez is lying to them. And I guess Velasquez uses the souls of all those people or energy or whatnots to try and connect all the universe together or something like that. I have no idea. Have to figure out in the end. Where am I? What's going on? Wasn't he supposed to be in Terra by now? As this happened, it was almost instant. I don't feel the rush of inertia either. It's almost as if I'm not moving at all. It's certainly counterproductive. Especially if I was needed in Terra. I hear a voice, and I feel my feet touch the ground. Was someone calling out to me? I quickly face the direction it came from. It sounds like someone panicking, calling for help. But as I chase after it, it gets worse. Suddenly, that one voice multiplies. It isn't long until I can't even hear my own thoughts. As if millions of voices are bombarding me at once. The sheer volume brings me to my knees. I cover my ears, but this does next to nothing. It's almost like the voices were in my own head. Are those the voices of people I have to save? Or could it be something else? What's going on? I scream, begging them to stop, but nothing happens. The cacophony of voices continues to assault me. It feels like an eternity before they start to subside. But when they do, I'm utterly confused. The sight before me hurts my mind even more. Hey, Dark. I'm glad to see you again. Rocker? I guess we were a little bit introduced. But didn't Singe say he was murdered? With everything that happened, I thought Max did it. You're right. Max did kill me. I hate myself for trusting her like that. But it's already done. I can't go back. Ask him what he's doing here. I wonder if he knows where we are. I really don't know anything. In fact, I was going to ask you. It seems like you're important. Ever since Max killed me, it's almost like we've been connected. I've been seeing things through your eyes, but I've been hearing all these voices too, so I don't think I'm the only one. Seeing through my eyes? It doesn't make any sense to me. There are too many voices, but sometimes you can make them out. They're definitely watching you as well, so please, don't masturbate. It was one of the reasons I'm not scared. I don't feel like I'm really dead. Like, perhaps I can get out of here. Do you know anything about that? I would really like to go back home. A lot of people miss me right now. I have to give him bad news. In fact, I was just as confused as he was. That's unfortunate. I was hoping he'd have some information, but I guess that was too much to ask for. He starts to fade away. Well, I keep thinking one thing. If this really is the afterlife, then maybe I'll get to meet him again. Clace? Hey, don't go. We still need to talk. I shout as loud as I can. It seems my desire would go unfulfilled, because I chose the, that one guy with Acheron. And soon enough, I feel a familiar rush of inertia. I quickly turn back and shout out his name. At this point, I feel like I'd never see him again. What was Rocker doing here? And why were there so many voices? I could tell that I was getting close to Terra, but this time I'd arrive with nothing but regret. That's an unfortunate amount of questions. Well, I'll just have to do a replay. So, you had a chat with Caylen? I assume that everything went as planned. Yes, Riley. He believes that I will set him free, in exchange for protection from you. Excellent. The trap is sprung. I have to say, I'll relish in their deaths. Caylen and Kabu have been a major thorn. But it gets even better than that, Plair. Riley is en route as we speak. Same goes for Edmilion and Conrad. All of the opposition in one place. It won't be too hard to take them out. And to think I wanted you to get caught. I'm sorry for that, Riley. The evidence just lined up. I see now that you only wanted to help. Today, all of my enemies will perish. You are a master strategist. I couldn't have done this alone. And to think I had you all wrong. You'll actually save me in the end. I'm grateful to have you by my side. And I'm grateful to serve. We can't just stop at them. Your entire prison is full, remember? Right. All of those immigrants. Let's ensure that none of them are freed. If they get out, they could testify. What would you advise? You can't have them talking. I'm glad that you asked. I've come up with a great solution. You're going to burn down the house. The flames will ensure that nobody talks. I'll move Caylen's corpse to the front yard. It won't be hard to plant some evidence. Evidence that will frame King Velasquez. People will quickly desire his death. And this time, he won't have any protection. Not from Riley, or Edmilion, or Conrad. When he's murdered, the throne is yours. You'll be king before the week is out. Can't believe you planned all of this. Now I know you're just why you're being so secretive. You couldn't have afforded any objections. Precisely. It required some very careful planning, but everybody has a weakness at some point. Riley has a weakness for Caylen. Caylen has a weakness for Kabu. And that special earthling in our cell. I mean, aren't we all earthlings? I don't know. Well, that's Emilian and Conrad's weakness. It didn't take much to line everything up. So, with that, there are no more obstacles. Why don't you join me for a drink? To the reign of our new king, Plair. Yes, to the reign of our new king. Yes. And with that, I think we're gonna call it. Woof. Yeah, but what are you gonna do? Well, I guess, replay the game. And that is what it is. So anyways, that's going to be the end of this Let's Play. I'm going to take a short break, since especially we stopped at a save point. So, the end of this Let's Play. So comment, because I like comments. It's also weird that Rook didn't gain... I didn't gain any of Rook's affection. I made him dislike me, because I said we might be a bit late, because I don't know what's happening. But then I saved his life, and he's like... I don't know. That doesn't affect me either way. Well, whatever. Until next... Oh yes, spay neuter animals, comment, like, subscribe. And until next time, I would say... Me, GamerWolfSix of Major Minor. A game that I'm learning a bit more, but still, So thanks and see ya.